Recently, COVID and vaccination is what has been taking our attention, and we have forgotten every other problem the world is facing, like poverty, global warming, well-being, unemployment, lack of education, and etc. But today, we will talk about the oceans and the trash that is generated there, and why we should care. I believe we as humans can make the world a better place by solving one problem at a time. We need to take care of the beautiful nature God has given us, because sometimes we forget the impact that we leave on oceans. And let me just bring up a few facts about why you should care about how much trash is dumped in the oceans. By doing a simple Google search, we can see that approximately 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic waste are contained in our oceans. On the surface of our oceans, we can only see 15% of the microfibers and 15% lands on our beaches, but the rest of it, that is 70% of ocean pollution, is deeper in the ocean ecosystem. If we were to weight the plastic that is in the ocean, that would be about 269,000 tons. That doesn't belong there, that is our leftovers. Every day, 8 million pieces of plastic make their way into our oceans, and if we continue like this, by the year 2050 there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. And unfortunately, plastic dramatically affects just not how our oceans look, but rather marine life is dying because of that plastic. Every year, 100,000 marine animals die as a result of becoming entangled in plastic or consuming plastic, and these are just the ones who are found. Plastics take 500 to 1000 years to disintegrate. Today, 79% of it is dumped in landfills or dumped in the ocean, with just 9% recycled and 12% burnt. Because there is so much trash at sea, enormous garbage patches have formed. There are 5 of them in the world, with the biggest, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, covering an area twice the size of Texas and containing an estimate 1.8 trillion pieces of rubbish. Sun exposure and wave activity may break down ocean waste into tiny particles known as microplastic, which can then enter the food chain. When it dissolves, which takes 400 years for most plastic, toxins are released into the environment, further polluting the water. And I haven't even mentioned other types of pollutions we as humans create that affects the oceans. Noise pollution, greenhouse emissions, agricultural nutrients that are dumped in the sea, which creates deadly algae, therefore creating dead zones. Plastic has become an increasingly common material in the ocean. Animals mistake the plastic for food because of its size and color, resulting in hunger. It also offers entanglement dangers and threatens their entire behavior, health, and existence. According to studies, nearly 700 species have come into contact with marine trash, with plastic accounting for 92% of these encounters. The IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature, Red List of Threatened Species lists 17% of the species impacted by plastic. The pandemic of the coronavirus has added to the chaos because of the drop in oil prices, making virgin plastic is now more affordable than ever. As customers seek protection from the virus, demand for consumer products wrapped in disposable single-use plastic has surged. And if you think that this doesn't affect you directly, therefore it's not your problem, then be aware that plastic and microfibers are consumed by the bulk of the fish we eat as humans. Wow, this is a lot of bad information to consume, but this video is not meant to scare you and show you how screwed we are, but rather to inform you and give you hope. You see, I don't think the government are doing enough to prevent this problem, and I don't see enough of this information in the news to raise attention, but what I do know is that there are people on this planet who are willing to change things, willing to clean the ocean, to change things for good, because I know that God did not intend for things to be this way. We do certain actions for our own good and we don't think of the consequences it can have on us, unless it that starts to affect us directly, but we can take action, and that's why there is TeamSeas that allows any one of you watching this video to take action. And you know, this project of theirs will succeed big time because MrBeast is involved, and their goal is to get 30 million pounds of trash out of the ocean. Something similar to Team Trees 2 years ago when they planted 20 million trees. To participate, go to TeamSeas.org and donate however much you want and feel like. And if you can't donate, you can always raise awareness. You can share this video if you don't like this video. Share MrBeast's TeamSeas video or any other creator's video about TeamSeas and tell how polluted the ocean is to your friend. Raise a discussion if you want to take action. Do something to make this world a better place, if that's what you feel like is right. And as I grew up, I always wanted to change the world in some way, as cliche as that might sound. And I wanted to leave a mark. I wanted to make the world a better place, and I don't know right now a better start than this. I mean, this is a great start. You know, when I first saw the MrBeast's video, I thought, yeah, okay, I can make a video about this. Why not? But when I actually got to the numbers of how much plastic is out there in the ocean, how important it is to keep the ocean a clean place, you know, it just got me thinking, like, why are we like this? That question is for another video. As a starter, I will be donating to this TeamSeas project $10 of mine. You know, I'm just a student, I don't work anywhere, but I have some spare money. And if I have some spare money and I want to change the world, then I can just donate some of my money to this project, and I believe that this is a good opportunity, a good start to something bigger. We can change the world together. I hope you enjoyed this video. TeamSeas.org. But if you don't like TeamSeas, you can search for other projects that are about cleaning the ocean and getting the trash out of it. But TeamSeas is the one I trust. Yeah, stay safe, you all, for real. And God bless. Goodbye.